Larry King Now, the one, the only Ice Cube.
Some musicians want to change the world, and some musicians want to entertain the world. So when you want to change the world, sometimes you can be ahead of the curve. The world might not want to change at that point in time.
Can't you change and entertain at the same time?
When you get it right. Being black in America, it's a survival mechanism, being optimistic.
Do you see parallels between what's going on now and when N.W.A. first came out?
Oh yeah, you know, there's still, you know, the great divide. It's a shame that a country that's so rich, you know, has so many people wanting.
Does being labeled a legend or an icon put more pressure on you?
No, I mean, I always expect, you know, more of myself than anybody could expect of me.
Plus, secret talent.
I mean, all my talents are out there and open. I guess I'm a great lover.
That's no longer. All next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now. Back in the studio with us, one of our favorites, Ice Cube, the legendary rapper, producer, and actor, can now also call himself a basketball entrepreneur with the formation of Big Three, a new 3-on-3 basketball league. We used to play that as kids. We'll talk about that later. Cube has also recently released the 25th anniversary edition of his seminal album, Death Certificate. And he's producing a number of projects, including VH1 game show Hip Hop Squares and Ride Along 3. You like doing a lot of things, right?
I love it, you know. They say you can sleep when you're dead, so we'll keep working until then.
Why are we re-releasing, it's out now, Death Certificate?
Well, it's been 25 years. You know, it was a powerful album, made a lot of noise. And, you know, we felt that, you know, re-releasing it is the proper time for a record like that now, the way things are going. And then it's a good way to add new music on.
So you put new music in it too?
A couple new songs. We got a powerful song called Good Cop, Bad Cop, which is talking about the responsibility of the good cops to police the bad cops. And so, you know.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's a great song, and it's perfect for the Death Certificate album.
Do you still feel inspiration all the time? Are you writing songs in your head?
All the time. I don't know how an artist can live and not be inspired, because life is full of inspiration everywhere you look. Especially, you know, a person who feels like, you know, this is a great way to get out frustration, a great way to you know, tell the world how you feel, you know, with music or art or anything you're doing. I don't see how you can just sit around idle.
Yeah. Retire to what?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And you became famous for politically charged music. Do you see parallels between what's going on now and when N.W.A. first came out?
Oh yeah, you know, there's still, you know, the great divide.
Why?
I just think in some ways it's the nature of capitalism. You know, it's, you know.
But you take advantage of capitalism.
Well, I mean, I use it as a tool to survive. You know, that's the structure that we're dealing with.
You got no choice.
And, you know, but, you know, it's a shame that a country that's so rich, you know, has so many people wanting, you know, for bare necessities. So it's you know, it can get ugly.
As a black man, do you understand, because I've never understood, why people don't like people because of the pigment of their skin? What on earth does that have to do with anything?
I have no idea. You know, I think it's really the fear of the unknown, because usually when you get a chance to know somebody,
yes,
you might not even like their politics, you might not like, you know, where they come from, you might think, you know, have your preconceived notions, but when you get a chance to sit down one-on-one, talk it out.
We're all alike.
We're all alike. We're all looking for the same things. We all want, you know, our family to be comfortable.
How did you feel when Trump ran, and how do you feel about him now?
Well, you know, when he first ran, you know, I didn't take it serious, you know. I felt like it was a publicity stunt, you know. I never felt like a guy who was so into himself could ever run the country and spend his day worried about other people's problems.
And has that proven correct to you?
In most cases, yeah, you know, but in some ways, you know, he's surprised me in sitting down with workers and, you know, hearing them out, and, you know, that's kind of cool. But for the most part, I think, you know, it's just the wrong direction. It's a lot of backwards. I see a lot of us, a lot of the country going backwards instead of forward.
You said in a recent interview, it's important for our mental health to remember that not everything is bleak. Do you try to be optimistic?
Yeah, I think, you know, being black in America, it's a survival mechanism, being optimistic. Because if you really concentrate on all the obstacles that's there, and some of them are, you know, this is what's crazy, some of them are real, and some of them are illusions that are made up because you believe they're there because of so many things that's happened to you in the past.
And you've been taught.
Yeah, so that can hurt you just as much as a real obstacle, you know, especially if you don't think you can get over it. So the invisible obstacle is just as damaging as the real obstacle.
Well said. Our Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, is toughening sentencing for drug users and drug crimes. You agree with that?
No. You know, I don't think you punish a person for, you know, their vices, you know, to the fullest extent, you know. Everybody has a vice, and it depends on, you know, the Congress, the laws, the legislation to say whether your vice is legal or illegal. And they may say coffee is illegal. Drinking coffee is illegal in 5 years. And
yeah, I'm busted.
Yeah, me too. So, you know, I think you need to help people who have problems. I think you need to really try to deal with the drug problem at the root. Supply is not really, you know, trying to stomp out demand and arrest demand is, you teach demand, not arrest it.
Music, generally, certainly rap music, reflects the times. Mm-hmm. Will we see a lot of music that will deal with Trump?
I hope so. You know, it's funny because, you know, some musicians want to change the world, and some musicians want to entertain the world. So when you want to change the world, sometimes you can be ahead of the curve. The world might not want to change at that point in time. And when you want to entertain the world, you kind of see what everybody likes and try to do that. The artist that try to change the world, to me, has courage, because you could put out something people are not ready for.
But can't you change and entertain at the same time?
When you get it right.
Is there a young rapper today who's doing what N.W.A. was doing in the 80s?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I love, you know, rappers like Kendrick Lamar, who's attempting to put consciousness in the music. I love some of the music Kanye does. I think he really attempts to be provocative and
you like Chance the Rapper?
Yeah. He's good too. So
my son's name is Chance.
Oh,
I don't see many chances.
Yeah. Especially
our guest is the one and only Ice Cube. We're discussing his foray into basketball and the influence of Ice Cube's 2015 film Straight Outta Compton. Stay with us. One of the greatest things ever happened to me, Derek Jeter came over to me and said, there are a lot of phony legends. You are a true legend.
Oh, wow.
Let's stay with me forever. Well, you are a true legend.
Thank you. That's going to stay with me forever.
What does the title mean to you? To me, it means you're old.
It means you stood the test of time. You know, to me, that's what it means. You stood the test of time. You know, people have their peak moments, and you either fall off the peak all the way down the mountain, or you hover near the top. And
does being labeled a legend or an icon put more pressure on you?
No.
Do we expect more from you?
No, you know, I mean, I always expect, you know, more of myself than anybody could expect of me, the way I feel. But it really, you know, shows me that you know, I still got work to do. Even though they call you an icon, I think, you know, after that, you need to spend the rest of your days proving it.
Can't rest on laurels.
No.
Okay, tell me about the big three.
Oh man, it's as a fan, it's a dream come true. It's professional 3-on-3 basketball with some of your favorite players who retired from the NBA. You know, just because they retired from the NBA, don't mean they can't still do it. You know?
So they play 3-on-3?
3-on-3.
Half a court?
Half court. We got a 4-point shot. We got some of the biggest names in basketball supporting this. I mean, our coaches are Hall of Famers. We got Dr. J. We got the Iceman. We got Rick Barry.
Wow.
You know,
When
Clyde
does it
DeGlide.
start?
This summer, we start June 25th. Our first game is in Brooklyn, Barclay.
At the Barclay Arena?
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty good.
How many teams?
It's 8 teams. You know, one ticket will get you 4 games, so you see 40 of your favorite NBA players, you know, like Allen Iverson and Chauncey Billups and Kenyon Martin.
How long are the? How much time does the game take?
Each game, 1st to 60 win, halftime at 30.
Same like we used to play on the schoolyard.
Same thing, just bringing it to a pro level, bringing it indoors into the big arenas.
If you score, do you take the ball out?
Losers take out. So if you get scored, if you score, the other team take it out.
How'd you get the idea to do this? It's a great idea.
Yeah, it's just as a fan, you know, seeing a guy like Kobe Bryant score 60 points and his NBA career is over, you know, that to me is crazy. It's like, just because these guys retire from the NBA, a lot of them go overseas to ball, and they're still household names. Why not bring them all together, have them play with their peers in a good old-fashioned 3-on-3?
How many teams?
8 teams.
Different cities?
No, there's no cities connected to the teams. It's just the players. We're gonna barnstorm around the country.
Are you going to give them names or just the three? Today it's this 3 against this 3.
No, we got names. We got the Ghost Ballers. We got Trilogy. We got Three's Company. We got the Three-Headed Monsters. And
you put this all together?
Hogs. Me and some great people working with Amy Trask, who used to be CEO of the Raiders.
She's terrific.
Yeah, Jeff Quantnitz, who's been my longtime manager and partner since '97. And Roger Mason Jr., who was the number 2 over at the NBA PA.
And you got the coaches hired and everything. Now,
Yes.
They get paid based on the crowds, or you?
Yeah, well, you know, they get paid a base salary, and it's like this. You know, you win the championship, you get more money of the revenue sharing.
Are you the commissioner?
No, Roger Mason Jr. is the commissioner. I'm just a founder in the background, just trying to make sure we set the stage for these
And the first
guys.
games are in. All right, people watching can get information. How can they go to a website?
Yeah, you can go to big3.com.
Big3.com. This
Yes.
sounds terrific. Going to play in L.A.?
Gonna play at the Staples Center. Oh yeah.
Oh, the big arenas.
Yes, big arenas.
3-on-3 half court.
Yes.
60 points win.
Yes. 4 games, 1 ticket.
Straight Outta Compton was snubbed at the Oscars. Did you react poorly to that?
No. I never did that movie for Oscar. I was just happy to be able to put together our story on that level with people like Universal Pictures. To have the prestige is really what I dreamed of for the movie, and that's what we got. And
You got that, and it made a lot of money.
And it made a lot of money, and it made a lot of people understand our story.
In attention, was it bittersweet that they didn't get the Oscar? There was more hubbub about it.
I think we invoked change anyway. You know, just like with the record in 1989, we changed a lot of opinions, a lot of attitudes, and with the movie, we didn't get the Oscar, but it changed a lot of attitudes, it changed a lot of minds, and the Oscars are a little more inclusive than they were before Straight Outta Compton.
Coming up, Cube on his secret talent and strange fan encounters, plus how he's changed over the years. We'll be right back. We're back with Ice Cube. Can't wait for Big 3. This is going to be great. All former NBA and college players, too.
No, just
all NBA.
You have to be retired from the NBA. You have to be over 30 and ready to go.
Big3.com for when it's coming to your city and for more information. Your earliest hits continue to be played on the radio. Do you like the fact that these still hang around?
Oh yeah, you know, it's a great thing. I wish they'd play some of my latest hits. You know, when you are artist, they always like to go to your oldies but goodies, so to speak. So, you know, we got new music, so we want them to play the new stuff.
And there's new music in the death certificate, right?
Yes, we got 3 new songs. We think they fit that record. They previously unreleased. Good Cop, Bad Cop. That's a video that's out, and you know, we hope to introduce a whole new generation to that record.
How have you changed over the years?
I think I have a little more patience. You know, I think I have a little more understanding of how things are in the world, and I can kind of deal with them on my level. You know, so.
How has your music changed?
I don't think it has that much. You know, my music is still a great form of expression for me. I still do what I feel. I don't do what I think I need to do. I don't follow radio trends or nothing like that. I just try to be my own artist.
What's your son doing? He played you in the movie.
Yeah. Oh man, he's actually working. You know, he's working more than me nowadays.
Doing?
He did a movie called Den of Thieves. Another movie that's coming out. It's a great independent movie. And he's gonna do Godzilla too. So
Godzilla too. Mm-hmm. All right, we play a little game of If You Only Knew. I just fire some questions at you.
Okay.
Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh man, I was in love with Vanity. She was a Prince artist, Vanity 6.
Secret talent?
I mean, all my talents are out there in the open. I guess.
You don't have.
Guess I'm a great lover.
That's no longer a secret. Person you'd trade places with for one day?
Oh man, LeBron James right now.
Weirdest job you've ever had?
Oh, I used to park cars, man. Used to wear polyester slacks downtown on Sunset. Yeah.
Guilty pleasure?
Licorice. I love. I
like it.
I eat
Black?
tons of licorice. I like red licorice.
I like black.
Oh man, I love the red.
Rapper you'd most like to collaborate with?
Oh man, rapper I most likely. Chuck D. He's still my favorite rapper.
Musician who isn't a rapper that you'd like to collaborate with?
Oh my God, dead or alive?
Yeah, okay.
Oh man, Michael Jackson.
Who never fails to make you laugh?
Never fails to make me laugh. Oh man, I gotta say Eddie Murphy. He never fails.
What superpower would you like to have?
I like to fly.
Best piece of advice you ever got?
Mind your own business, you'll live longer.
What's the worst piece of advice you ever got?
What you doing this hip hop stuff for, man?
Something you wish you were better at?
I wish I was better at like handyman stuff, you know.
You know, I can't do anything.
Yeah, man. You know, I started rapping when I was 15.
You hang a painting?
Yeah, I could. I'm not that bad, but you know, I like to be able to, you know, tear down a wall and build a room and all that kind of stuff. I like to really be able to do that man's man stuff.
Biggest perk of being a celebrity?
I guess being recognized. That's the biggest perk.
Strangest fan encounter?
Oh man, I had a stalker fan who tattooed my real name on her forehead.
What's your real name?
O'Shea.
And she stalked you?
Yeah.
She wanted romance with you?
I don't know what she wanted, Larry. I don't know what she wanted. What she wanted.
How did she confront you?
Well, you know, we just seen her in a few strange places, showed up at the manager's office, stuff like this, and yeah, had my name on her forehead when we went to court.
What did she say to you?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't want to bring this up, Larry.
Okay.
She might be out there.
Who?
Yeah.
Something you long believed to be true but realized isn't.
Man. Oh my God, that is...
Hard question.
That is a hard question. That I live forever.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's not.
Mm-hmm. Tell me something we don't know about you.
Something that we don't know about me. I like all kinds of music, you know. I like
You like
classical
Sinatra?
music. Yeah, I love Sinatra. You know, he's great. I love all kind of music. People.
You think
probably don't-
Sinatra could have rapped?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah, I do, because I just, you know, he has the timing. He has
That's
the
it,
rhythm.
isn't it?
He has the rhythm and the timing.
Q will answer your many social media questions in our final segment. For more information on the Big Three, go to big3.com. This is going to be a major event in sports. We'll be right back. We're back with the man, Ice Cube, Big Three. For more information on this great idea in basketball coming this summer, the first one is in Brooklyn. You go to big3.com, and Death Certificate has now been re-released with 3 new songs. Some social media questions. Veronica GL, can you confirm if you are or are not working on a new Friday movie?
Yes, we are. We're in the very preliminary stages of it. We're still getting all of our ideas together, but it's coming.
Okay, Daniel Christopher Thomas, what 3 hip-hop artists best represent the genre right now?
Oh, man, I would say Kendrick Lamar. I would say, I guess, you know, you got to say Drake. And, yeah, probably Lil Wayne, if you sum it up.
John Riley, you're a pro at all you've accomplished. Your music changed the industry as well as society. What do you think the next big revolution in music will be or consist of? What's coming?
Wow. You know, if I knew that, I'd
make a lot of money.
Make a whole lot of money. You know, that's the thing about...
Well, everything goes around, comes around. You think will groups come back?
I think that's what's needed. And I think, you know, whenever there's a absence, music usually fills that void. So, you know, you have so many solo artists, it's time to swing back to groups.
Mills Brothers.
Maybe a band, you know what I mean? Bands don't get
band
together
with
no
music
more.
with instruments.
Yeah, instruments that really capture everybody's imagination and mind and
a girl
hearts.
group.
Yeah, man, you know, so I think music always finds a way. And, you know, it's like water. You can't really hold it. You can only, you know, roll with it.
Ifong Eo, what's your role in mentoring the upcoming generation of entertainers?
I just hope I'm an example. You know, I'm not somebody who's gonna mind, you know, I mind my own business, so I want to live longer. But I just, you know, I hope I'm an example. I hope guys see the paths that I've taken and say, hey, you know, if Cube can do it, hey, I can do it. Why not?
Good point. Dieter Gepjeschiet, I think. Do you know if there will be a 23 Jump Street, or was 22 Jump Street the last one?
I hope there's a 23 Jump Street. You know, in the movie, they talked about 37 Jump Street. So we got to do 23 to get to 37. So I'm hoping that we start, you know, knocking these out.
Just Sona, will you ever be in a movie with your son O'Shea?
Oh, yeah. Hope so.
Mike Sears, do you know while making it that the Death Certificate would be one of the greatest albums of all time?
No. I don't think anybody who's really making a record can see that, predict that. You just hope, you know, your fans like it. You know, that's really, once you do an album or two, you really just hope your fans dig it.
King of the Mimos, what's your favorite genre of music other than hip-hop?
Oh, man. Soul.
Jasmeet 0909, will you be working on any sequel or spin-off to Straight Outta Compton?
You know, it was such a hard movie to make. I think people had to decompress, but you never know. You know, it's really all about getting those creative minds together again and seeing if it can happen. But, you know, the thing about it is if it can happen, I won't do it. You know, if it's not supposed to be done, I won't force it.
At one more time, 75, how do you mentally handle the changes in the world and still manage to focus on all your projects?
Well, I love what I do. I look at it as an escape from the day-to-day monotony. So, you know, my work is my hobby. You know, it's my pleasure. So it's never a burden. you know.
RDMCH 187, excluding your movies. Excluding your movies, what's your go-to comedy film?
Oh, man, my go-to comedy film, man, I gotta say, Trading Places.
That was great.
It's so great.
Still for the gorilla.
Yes.
And Z 1992, your favorite hip-hop album of all time?
It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. Public Enemy record.
You're a great guest.
Oh, man.
Love you, Ice.
Good to see you too, man.
Thanks to my guest, Ice Cube. The first Big Three game is on June 25th at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And tickets for the full season are available on Ticketmaster. And you go to icecube.com for more information. And the 25th anniversary of Death Certificate is available now. And as always, you can find me on Twitter at Kings Things, and I'll see you next time.